Good morning. I'm on my way to the Westfield River in Massachusetts. It's a beautiful place to fish, and I'm going to take you along on this trip. I'm going to meet a good buddy. His name is Willis Anarelli, and I met Willis many years ago on the Deerfield River. And Willis does a lot of fishing here in the Westfield, and he's going to guide me on the river today. I have my coffee. I'm on the Mass Pike. The sun's coming up behind me in the east. I'm heading west. It's going to be a beautiful day, and look forward to showing you what the Westfield River is and how to fish it. And I think you're going to enjoy it, because every year when I go to the Westfield, it's usually a good time. So come along to the Westfield River in Massachusetts on a beautiful May morning. Hey, Willis.
How you doing here?
How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you, Rick.
Good to see you.
Been a while.
Been a long time. Looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to this too.
So, how's the river looking?
Well, it's a good level.
Yeah.
And despite this chilly morning we have right here,
Chilly.
which
It's
is no
nice. What do you mean
problem.
chilly?
Yeah,
Look,
right,
I
right.
don't even have my coat on.
There you go. Yeah, you're always a tough guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, the water level looks good.
Yeah.
And I heard they've put over 2,000 fish in this section of the river,
Good.
over about a 4-mile area. So we should do good today.
Good. So we're gonna drive down here a little bit,
We're gonna go
and
up to
then
the Route 90
get
bridge.
dressed.
We're gonna park up there, get dressed, and we'll take it from there.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Let's go.
Good to see you. All right,
right.
let's go.
I met Will in June of 1998 while I was on a 3-day fishing trip on the Deerfield River. I had been fishing in the river for a while and decided to put down the fly rod and pick up the camera and take a walk down this beautiful scenic trail that follows the river. And I ended up on this great old railroad bridge looking down into a gorge when the river was flowing way below. And I noticed this little speck, and it was a human fishing in the river. And I took the photo and said, that's going to be a nice picture. So as I was walking back down the trail, out back to the road, I saw a Jeep parked in the trail, and I assumed it was the fisherman's Jeep. And I took a piece of a card out of my wallet and wrote a little note, something like, "Hi, I took your picture down in the gorge. Looks like a nice shot. If you're interested, give me a call and I'll send you a copy of it." Well, I got the picture back, and it was a nice picture, and Will did call me, and I sent him the picture, and we became friends at that point. But just talking on the phone, we'd talk on the phone here and there once in a while. And then about another, I think it was 2 years after that, in 2000, I was back at the Deerfield, and I'm driving down this old dirt road, and I'm heading off to this section of the river to fish, and I see this guy walking up the road. And I stop on the dirt road, and I roll down my window, and I ask him how the fishing was up at that section of the river. And he started to explain about the fishing, and I immediately recognized the voice. I said, "Will, is that you?" And he said, "Rick, is that you?" And we couldn't believe it. And then the rest is pretty much history. We're good friends, and we've fished a lot together since then. And Will's just one of those great fishing partners.
Now, whatever you do when we're casting, these are basically roll casts.
Yeah.
upstream
Yep. I
and
understand.
mending.
Yep.
You try to do a regular cast with this.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna have a
No,
mess
no.
that you wouldn't even believe.
Yeah, I know. This is just get it out there and drift it. Yeah, well.
fish. Okay, we just caught that fish on this little nymphing rig. We have the jailbird, size 12, that we used. And I'm fishing this with 2 split shot. And what I like about this fly is the little foam ball gives it buoyancy in the water. I think it also looks as it acts as an attractor. Motion in the water. The 2 split shot keep it down and moving back and forth, giving it movement. And then of course with the strike indicator that we're using, any hesitation on that means the fish has taken it or it's on the bottom. And of course, as you just saw, this was a fish this time. It's a nice nymphing rig. I like it. Catch a lot of fish that way.
So this is an offshoot of the Tico bug.
It's called a Ted's Diving Caddis, designed by Ted Lewis, the professional.
And he's a great guide on this river.
He is a great guide on this river. He's a great guide anywhere. I would highly recommend Ted to anybody. Now, this fly represents a caddis that's diving into the water, going to the bottom and laying her eggs, and then coming back again and flying off.
Coming up to, and then flying
Right,
to the surface. So emerging upwards, and they usually hit it when on the emergence upwards.
Well, they hit it both ways, and the nice thing about this fly is you fish it the same way you do the other nymphs, the jailbird or whatever.
Yeah.
And when it's on the bottom, it's super attractive.
Yeah.
But then if you fail to get a hit, let it swing on the up.
And then when you come up, the emergence action.
And then just hang it there in the current.
Yeah.
And I've caught a lot of really large rainbow during the midday when you think it's too warm,
Yeah.
and the water's kind of shallow. And in pocket water, I've hung it there in pocket water and nailed big fish.
Looks like, what's he got, like 2 antennae coming off this thing, like kind of like an
coming-
offshoot of the goddess,
coming right off
the
it.
goddard caddis too. Right, some
there.
antenna. I like the green color there, and
Kind of twisted a bit. So we're going to put this on with the same loop, and we're going to throw this out there and see if we get something. Ah, here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. See what I mean, the way they take that fly?
Yeah.
You're getting all that.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So this is a little caddisfly, and right here that I have, let's see, get his wings. And this is the adult stage when they live on the substrate underneath the water, and then they emerge up through the water column, and then they get their wings and they fly around and they lay their eggs on the surface.